Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time, and while I'd love to talk about each game in depth on their own one day, for now I want to talk about one of my favorite characters from the series who I've grown to appreciate more and more over time, especially as I discover more about myself. This is my character analysis of Xion and my personal transgender reading of her. Introduced in the DS game 358 over 2 days as the 14th member of Organization 13, Xion exists to complete a trio dynamic for the game alongside her friends Roxas and Axel, since Kingdom Hearts loves its trios of characters leading its narratives. This sea salt trio, nicknamed as such for how they eat sea salt ice cream on their off time, are probably my favorite of any of the trios in the series for the amount of tragedy they'll showcase. Though for this video we're just gonna focus on Xion and why me and some others view her as transgender. There's the typical stuff people point to, like her design having the baggy clothes hoodie combo along with short hair, but then there's lore stuff like Xion being a replica based on Sora's memories of Kairi, which to me represents seeing someone from a perceived opposite gender and going, dang, I wish I was them. This all sadly settles her with so much dysphoria throughout the story, struggling with her identity as a replica of somebody else, feeling like she doesn't belong in her own body. To continue with the sadder allegories of the trans experience, a fellow peer of Xion, Sayax, keeps misgendering Xion as it, viewing her as subhuman because she doesn't have the same kind of life he has. Even the line Riku says when confronting her one time, "I hate you for taking my friend away," is an all too common thing you hear when an unaccepting ex-friend sees someone close to them transition. It gets even sadder as when it comes time for Roxas and Xion's tragic final battle towards the end of the story, where in order for Roxas, and by extension Sora, to keep existing, she must be defeated like being put back into the closet in order to keep surviving. Something a lot of closeted trans people deal with every day, having to hide or possibly deny their true selves in order to just live. Luckily, Xion's story doesn't end tragically, as in Kingdom Hearts 3, she's one of many characters brought back for the grand epic final battle at the Keyblade Graveyard, where she gets a heartfelt reunion with her best friends after all the shit she's gone through in days. It makes for one of the major highlights of a spectacular game, and I'm grateful Xion's story eventually got its happy ending, especially seeing her wear more casual feminine clothes in the epilogue, fully accepting herself. Of course, this is all my personal reading of the character. I'm sure Nomura and the gang weren't thinking about this stuff exactly when they were penning the script for the games, but it's still an interesting way to view the text, which is part of the fun in art, finding your own meaning that the author may or may not have intended, tragic or otherwise.